Hello, Armchair Warriors. This is Tom. I'm playing in my Japanese campaign, Hearts of Iron 3, using the Black Ice modification 11.3.4. And I know I need to get up to the 11.35 since that's out currently. Overall, we are doing pretty well. We're getting ready to get our war on with the United States here shortly. Spent last episode talking a lot about what's going to go on and getting some of our moves set up here, mainly our air units, and getting pushing our army units to where they need to be to get ready. We've got a good 96, 8 dozen units in here that are going to get ready to get shipped out to where they need to go, which we're going to take care of about mid month here. I don't need them out too soon. There may be some upgrades that need to get filtered down to them. It's better just to keep them here in the homeland while they can get those upgrades a little bit easier. Also, I don't need to worry about pushing a lot of supply all over the place, which we're doing okay on. Make sure. Well, yeah. I just I had saved the game from our last episode, and when I ended the episode, I went ahead and quit the game as well, so I get a fresh start here. That way, we don't run into any problems. I think that was kind of the issue. Why I had the one crash the one time was the uh, uh, the game kind of choked a bit because I was playing it for so long. It just couldn't handle what I was doing to it. So from this point here, what we're doing is just simply waiting to see what the Xinjiang forces are doing. Going to be doing here. We got to kill them next month and move into the country to conquer it. Try to time it so that way that happens on December 7th, roughly then, or slightly a few days after. Um, but for right now, I think we just let things go and take off from here. Speed things up a little bit here. Just simply take off from here and get closer and closer. Mid month, I want to make sure that I get my units moved that need to get moved. Mainly my naval fleets and also my army units need to get adjusted, and Marines too, for that matter. Let's see, aviation. This is 1943 tech, so we can kill that. I just loaded up with a slew of tech, a whole bunch of stuff here. That's to help my air units, my CAG specifically, and a few other aspects I was kind of falling behind on. Active sonar, would really love that. Let's just let it sit for right now, and let's speed this up here. I want to get to, well, this episode I'm going to definitely get to mid-month, for sure. But once mid-month hits, then I need to start moving troops around, getting ready for December 7th. I want to get in place so that way once we go to war, boom, we move in. This is Cruiser Tech, 1943 Tech, and I know I mentioned I think my Cruiser Tech is pretty much on top of where it needs to be, or going to get that way. That's good to see. Big wet, the monsoon. Radar training. This is 42 Tech. We can stop that. I'm glad to see some research projects are caught up to the year where I'm at. You can kind of see if you look in the upper left corner, the time kind of falters here or there. I think it's kind of game's kind of choking a little bit there. Not much I could do about that. We don't need steel production any further. In fact, I bet you we can simply say we don't need to worry about any of this stuff here, except maybe the oil refining. We don't need to worry about any of this stuff up here. Uh, we are doing all right with our resources. Medium air search, we'll keep that going. That's for our bombers. Submarine class. Our subs are way behind. Cruisers though, yeah, we're doing good there. That tech. Keeping a weather eye on the date. Cool. We get some more money. We're up to 7,000. That's good. That's kind of what I was waiting for. Whoa. That's kind of what I was waiting for, is to make sure I get some more money in pretty soon here before I start investing in more mines. This is another cruiser tech. more of a doctrine. Guatemala has been accepted into the Axis here. That is highly intriguing. I really need to know my geography a little bit better. Guatemala. I was gonna say if it's not in the northern part of South America, it's got to be in Central America. So that is highly interesting. Guatemala is an Axis member, but they're embargoed by Germany. I'm sure that will change very quickly. That's so weird. We don't need to buy supplies. Thank you, Germany. In fact, we got a whole bunch of supplies all of a sudden. Yeah. Oh, that's the start of the day stuff. That's right. I remember. Or start of a new game. I remember talking to you guys about this or something. I wondered why I was getting like a huge amount of resources all of a sudden, like thousands upon thousands in energy. I was getting like tens of thousands of energy in. I was like, what is going on? Is the game broke or something? And one of my respondents for that episode indicated that no, that it typically happens when you start a game up for the first time, and just all the convoying and all that kind of stuff kind of going on. It'll level out here shortly enough, which we're up to over almost 60,000 supplies. We can level this out a bit. We don't need, well, let's leave it as is. Once we start reaching over 75,000 supplies, then I can cut that back some here. What do we have coming out soon? Convoys. So getting a bunch of those. I think that's 10 per. So that's like 40 convoy ships jumping into action here. Nothing else is coming out this year. Okay, so that's it. Everything else will be 1942. Early part of the year for the most part. A lot of other stuff's coming later. On that note, I'm going to go ahead and tag in a carrier group. Actually, hold on. So I am researching fleet carriers, so let's not do the carrier group. Let's do the light carrier group. Actually, I've got a bunch of carrier tech that's still going on, and I've still got a bunch of stuff in here that hasn't even been touched yet that I still want to research, or still want to build rather. I gotta wait for my research to catch up before I start putting anything in. So yeah, I gotta wait. The only thing I might do is put in the Mountaineers. Let's do a couple things here. First off, we're going to put in the 3 naval bomber wings that I need. There we go. I always attach a flying boat to my naval bombers just to help with that detection. And they do have some pretty decent sea attack. Yeah. But it's for that surface detection. So that's my naval boats. Do I have any twin engine fighters? I got range 640. They would choke that a bit, but we need some twin engine fighters. Get those in. Heavy cruisers, I can get those in. We've got a bunch of that tech has been coming in quite nicely. So 2 groups of 3 heavy cruisers, and we're going to do 3 battle cruisers. They're done a little bit quicker. You can see difference. Battleships, actually no, they're not done quicker. Heck, battle cruisers take longer than battleships. Why is that? I mean, battle cruisers are speedier. I also have greater range, slightly greater range, but they're much speedier than battleships. Interesting, but yeah, battle cruisers are what I want. I was going to build them with the impression that battle cruisers take less time to build than battleships. But putting them in now, I'm not going to see them until 1945. If I need them by, if I need battle cruisers by then, yeah, I'll need battle cruisers by then. And Mountaineers are still over 600. So where is? I don't think we have. Yeah, we don't do Mountaineers, and I don't have a template saved on them. So I'm thinking what I'm doing is this: take out specialized infantry, put in a mountain infantry instead. Pretty beefy and speedy-ish. You know, their overall speed's 4, so that's good. The pack artillery, recon cav, horse transport, you know, all cheap basic stuff. And actually, that's not bad for manpower. I thought that was going to be much worse. Well, no, that's about what I expected. About 100 manpower to be spent. But yeah, we'll throw that in there. I only have half the IC going towards my production needs. I will also put in those 2 carrier groups once I get the fleet carrier. I've got some carrier tech that's churning through. Yeah, the fleet carrier class will be ready November 21st. Do I have some? I have carrier crew. That's for my CAGs. I don't see. Okay, carrier light anti-air. That's coming the 19th. That's what I was waiting for as well. Carrier medium anti-air is December 7th, but we can't really wait on that. The medium. So this is coming out. These are coming out this month. Once I see them, then I'll go ahead and put in my 2 more carrier groups that I need in the queue for this year. Next year, 1942, 2 more carrier groups can get put in as well. Guatemala joining the Axis. That is way interesting. El Salvador. Okay, Germany's probably embargoing all of Central America. They literally are. Well, of course, Belize. Yeah, Germany's embargoing all of Central America, probably South America too. I'd bet. Yep. Yep. Indeed, that's odd. Okay. The reason why this intrigues me is Guatemala has a Pacific Ocean side port. I mean, that could swiftly change between now and in the future when I'm looking towards that. But this, excuse me, this could be a foothold for me. Well, after taking the Hawaiian Islands and basically all the Pacific Islands here, my next step, of course, would be the western coast of the United States, Alaska, Mexico, you know, etc., to kind of and Panama to basically close off all of this area here, so I don't need to worry about any sort of invasions. Period, coming from America. There's no way they could potentially invade me. This could be a foothold for me to get troops into, so I could run up north and run down south. Yeah, that is pretty awesome. Not something I was expecting to see, but okay. And that could change. Guatemala could like fall in the next week or 2. Road network. I think we could probably kill that. Yep. AP ammunition, same thing as well. That cruiser tech, just getting better and better. Supply throughput, definitely we need, and boy did we need it back last Chinese campaign. And going forward, I've got to make up like a document that details not only my builds that I need to handle, which I've got a kind of like a written jotted note of like, you know, here's what I should be building each year kind of type deal. But I think next campaign, Japanese campaign that I play on this hard difficulty level for myself, I'm starting to test myself here and try to play harder games. I need to make sure I spend more time, more activity in getting my industry built up as Japan. So at the very beginning of the game, I have a stronger industrial base. So I would be over at this point, it'd be well over 400 IC. maybe not have a hero leader. I mean, have a hero leader, but maybe not have him as a marine unit. Maybe focus on, I don't know, being in like an industrialist kind of type deal where that's the kind of bonus he would give, and he wouldn't be involved in combat, so I wouldn't have to build a marine unit. I could spend that IC on another industry plant, but also figure out ways to help improve my overall supply situation when I attack in China. I like the fact that I eventually pivoted and sent like a good quarter of my army down south and attacked from up here. That certainly helped the supply situation greatly. All right, got some network stuff. This is submarine torpedoes. So our torpedoes are primo, but our subs are so woefully behind. Well, it is what it is. Support submarine would be nice to have too. That would get me some additional range. I'm going to throw that on there. And we also got float pane. Good, good, good. Okay. Keeping an eye on this because if I see any units pop up, I need to squat them or swat them down. Guatemala is mobilizing. All right. This will be interesting. Nope. Don't need to buy fuel. Thank you. Afghanistan. Oh, and my supply. I need to drop this down to 30. There we go. Because I am well over 60,000 supplies at this point now, almost 65,000. I could free up that IC. Our upgrades are going along smoothly as well too. Cuckoo. Oh, midway point. Saving. First save of the game as well. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time, so I do apologize. I mentioned last episode I don't need to redeploy any of my carriers. They have the shortest range on any of them is 3,400 kilometers, and I think my regular carrier's 4,300. So we got far enough of range. I need to build up my my boats here. I also need to get my troops here all allocated. So are we sending him down to Truk? I think that was the idea. No, we already have a guy down here. So he's actually coming down here because we need some more. I mean, the Kwantung Army's got plenty of, but that's because that's one of the guys. Yeah, he needs to come down to Southeast Asia. So we're gonna load him up. We do the same thing with him. Ditto. Ditto. Not him for right now. All these guys can't get, oh, because there's a unit. That's already, no. Oh, that guy. That's this guy here probably. So if we drop him off, there we go. Magically now we can load everybody up. We're gonna send them here. All these guys, we're going to send them down south. Get ready for the staging that we need to worry about here. We'll just do a transport for right now because we need to get our troops moved around. This guy, and that guy. So now we can get the rest. So they're all coming down here. It's going to take them a while. So we're just going to simply have them come down over here. Yes, because that's where all these guys need to go. Saigon, actually. Transport there. Cool. So there's a unit. Which unit? It's probably this cav unit here. This guy. Cool. These guys will also come around over here. And I want to say that's it for our transport duties that we can do. Yeah, all our transport ships are in the process of moving guys around. Okay. I also need to get some of my auxiliary ships combined. Let's do it like this, and then a group of 4 and a group of 5. Our long-range ship is going to merge with our assault ship for right now. Yep. And he needs to get boosted up so he can command appropriately. All right. So now at this point, how am I going to work this here? Let's just do it like this. They're going to go to get ready for the Guam invasion. So we're going to rebase them there. Once they get rebased, then I'll reassign that that Marine unit. These guys we're going to rebase to here because they're going to get involved with the Wake Island. I feel I'll need 2 Marines on Wake because I want to take Wake as swiftly as possible. 3 or 4 Marines might be that'd be just overkill. I just need to make sure I take it as quickly as possible. That's all. Okay, these guys, they're going to redeploy here, rebase here. These guys, we're going to redeploy down to the south here. And all these guys are going to redeploy to there. Cool. So that leaves me with 3. So we're going to have 1 landing craft, redeploy there. 1 landing craft, redeploy, no, up here. Yep. And this is the auxiliary ship. They can redeploy down here because that's not 600 kilometers. I just want to make sure I have enough assault type ships for my Marines where I can throw like 1 Marine in the assault ship group. Even if I have 2 Marines attacking, say here, for example, I can throw one Marine in, 1 landing craft group, and then the other into the other group. Okay. So that is our Marines and those guys. Now, let's start. Yeah, you can sit there still. I don't think you're needed. I thought I had another transport ship over around here somewheres. Oh, instead of trying to hunt it down. So we can carry 712. Yeah, let's go ahead and rebase there. I don't need to worry about that just yet. This is another 5 ship group. They're not going to be pulling anybody off. And the reason why they are even here is because any units that die, or not die, but get killed enough would pop up here where the Kwantung headquarters is set up. Yeah, that's all good. This is their main staging area for right now. We'll move closer into like Saigon or something like that, perhaps. But this 5 passenger group, I should have had him come up here a lot sooner. But we'll rebase there. 6 passenger liner. So first passenger liner, 4th, they're packed. 6th, they're packed 7th. This is who I was looking for. They're sitting here waiting for guys that are taking forever to come. I thought they'd be down a lot sooner, but they're not. All right. Let's let this run a little bit. Save the game. Made a whole bunch of important choices. And there we go. Now, to start building. All right. So we're doing this. And then let's get our destroyers. This will be a 10-ship fleet. So we need an appropriate general holding that. Or admiral, sorry. Admiral holding that. Let's see here. This will be another 10-ship fleet. Let's make sure we got modern destroyers in here. The level 4. Just the level 4. I'll keep the level 5s for something else. Cool. Our battle cruisers. Yeah, we'll stick them with 3s. That's fine. All right. Let's actually go. Where's our level 5 destroyers? So what I'm going to do is make a grouping of these guys. I should have more level 5s. Oh, I got level 6s. Holy cow. There we go. So let's go and take these 6s then. Make another destroyer group of 7. Whoops, not that many. Not that many. Might have messed that up. Got another set of 6s that we're going to create a special group of. All right, now let's go back up, get our capital ships kind of situated. Our heavy cruisers. So let's get our level 6s in. So we got more than 2 capital ships. Oh, it's just looking at the Yamato and the High. That's all. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and set them up. Give them the best destroyers that I can give them. These level 6s. There we go. Cool. Now let's go up to our heavy cruisers. Let me see how many heavy cruisers I have so I can kind of figure this out. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. So we could do 7 more fleets of those guys. Yeah, I like that idea. So that would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 total. Okay. Would a dozen capital ship groups be sufficient for what I need, or do you need to? I think I need to divvy them out a bit more. Yeah, I think I need to Let's just do a few 7-ship groups. Let's make sure we give them the best destroyers, since these are the best heavy cruisers. And guys, feel free to provide into the comments your ship compositions, your fleet compositions, how you like to set them up. I'd be interested to see how you guys do your own here. This will be, I think, a large one. Right? Yeah. And I think this is my last capital ship composition here. All right, and the rest are going to be like breakdown of destroyers here. Just make sure we start off with some of our higher quality destroyers. I like to try to do as many 7-ship fleets as possible. I also like, as you can see, I like 10 ship fleets too. If they're capital ships, just to make them a little bit, that makes them a little bit beefier. I also don't mind at that point, putting them out on their own if they're a 10-ship fleet. They don't need any support, I feel, at that point. Okay, so at this point, it doesn't matter how I do the rest of these. Buttress them with a little bit of a higher, some better destroyers, which you can see the difference. I mean, my level 1, it's not all that bad. In previous campaigns, I used to spend time upgrading all my low level ships, like this level 1 destroyer, the Hinoki here. I would upgrade it to whatever the current destroyer it was, level 6 at this point. I've come to the conclusion that doesn't really matter. It's not an urgent thing that needs to be done. All right, so my ships are complete at this point. We need to send them out though, because like this guy, well, 31,000 kilometers, they can make it out there. So maybe not all my ships. So what's 2,500? What's the? Oh, probably just like these level 1 destroyers. Okay. So we're going to put a destroyer group here. I gotta get my torpedo boats out too. I'm thinking about it. That's 33. Actually, let's just click one at a time. If we're close to 3,000 kilometers, I'm not going to worry about redeploying, because heck, even 2,900 kilometers gets you all the way up to Midway almost. And that's all I'm concerned about is, can I get to Midway? If we're below 2,900 kilometers, 1,650, holy cow. What is the Yamato? Yes, okay. Oh, where would be the best place for it? Honestly, here, because 1,650 kilometers gets me quite a bit of an area here. I wouldn't be able to use it at this point either. And I still need organization. They need to be reorged quite a bit still. Yamato's still like 60% or 60 points off. A lot of stuff is like not quite where they need to be. But yeah, I'm thinking base amount of Saigon, and then 1,650 kilometer range from Saigon would be, wow, that would be deep into the Java Sea here. Wow, 1650 would get me way out to here as well. Yes, so get me to help out in Burma, get me into the Indian Ocean. So yeah, that's not bad. And the Yamato out there, yeah, that can certainly do some damage out in that area. Everybody else though, I'm seeing we're actually looking pretty good. Again, anything that's like under 1900 kilometers, I need to push up. I don't think I have to worry about that. Everything else, it was just the Yamato and that one destroyer group of all level 1 destroyers, for whatever reason, was also doesn't have good range. Okay, so didn't have to do too much there. Okay, I have a ton of torpedo boats. So we got 6 total. Um, let's see. Well, one up here for sure. Their range is pretty decent too, 1,000 kilometers, but I need to put them where I want them, which is they'll be operating that tripwire defense. I'll attach them to an island group, and they'll be used to patrol around that island group. They'll let me know if there's any bad forces here. We'll put our third one out here. Our fourth one, let's see, so here and here. Our fourth one out here, I think. Fifth and sixth, yeah, that's what sounds good. Yeah, more torpedo boats be worked on as well, but they're coming down the road. Sixth one there. I think this one should just go to truck because we need they'll patrol around that area. They need to let me know if there's any baddies showing up there. And this one, if I do them here, they'd be able to cover here. If I'm out here, they might not have so much overlap into here. So yeah, let's put them here. Another reason why I kind of want to make sure my garrison units were, beefed up a little bit. If I got naval units and air units at these locations, we need to make sure that we can protect them. It's gonna be a while for that naval bomber comes out. Yeah, we can leave him. That's fine. Okay, so that's pretty much all those ships. Now the fun part. Okay. Need a bunch of coastal subs. They've got shorter range, and they're just going to be doing some work around the Philippines. So I need 3 to be rebasing here. 2 out here. Actually, I probably need a 3rd out there too. Now I think about it. Yeah, later, smaller one only has 2 coastal subs is fine. Is that all my coastal subs? Well, we'll put him. Honestly, Guam's gonna fall pretty quickly. We'll still put a coastal sub there. Okay, so that should be it for all my coastal subs at this point. Now, regular subs. So I need 2. I got 1400 kilometer range, so we'll put 2 here. We can take those 2 long range subs and push them out here. Oh, not that one. We're still waiting for that sub to get built. Okay. 1400 kilometer range. That's here to here is just fine. So we'll send them up that island. That long range sub. Push them out there. I got a 1500 kilometer range. That's nice. Oh, level 1s though. Yeah. This one and this one. Put them here. So I got this sub and this sub. I got 1200 kilometer range, which is just, I think I would have to, yeah, I think that's about enough range here. Pretty sure. Yeah. Looking to quarantine the Philippines there. This subgroup will be up here. And these 2 long range subs. Oops. Out here. All right. I think that is all my subs as well. Let's let a day pass. Everything is moving out. We're definitely blowing through a whole bunch of... Only 2 fuel used. All my ships are moving, and it's only 2 fuel used. Weird. No, we don't want to buy anything at this point. We're doing okay. There's no new laws. So what's left? Take those out. Okay, so I missed a long range sub. We'll put him here for right now. And what else did I miss? Do I have? I think I've got a long range sub being built. Yes, long range sub and 2 regular subs. Okay, but they're deep in the queue, and we're not going to see those guys till late 1942. All of our convoy raiders still waiting to get their strength. Okay, we're all done there. Here, 3,100 kilometers, so all my ships are ready. Let me just make sure that all my leaders are ready. So we got 22, because the 11th Destroyer Navy, they only have 3 destroyers. I'm just going to let them sit, and they'll act as reinforcements for any of our fleets that need replacement subs. All these guys then are going to sit here and wait. Same with everybody here. They're going to sit there and wait. And make sure all my planes are out that need to be out. Kind of thinking I should put them out as well too, but I really want to wait for that extra naval bomber to get built so they can be beefy. This guy, we're going to redeploy him there as well too. All right. So that is pretty much everything that I can do at this point. Let's check here. Let's let a few days go by. Radar advance. Yep, we're well in advance where we need to be there, and I don't think we need to worry about radar too much more. I'll wait till the 20th here, I think, and we'll kind of see what's going on. Cool, like fish, that's 1944 tech, we can wait. Here's my carrier light anti-aircraft, and we're still waiting for our fleet anti-aircraft. That's November 21st. I want to wait till the 21st then before I call it. Call Processing Technologies. Kill that one as well too. And Fleet Carrier class. That got learned. All right. So we're fine at this point to where now I can also throw in my production queue those two carrier fleets I was talking about. One's going to be a regular carrier, which we're up to the Shikaku class right now. I thought that's what I'm currently building anyway. I could swear it's a Shikaku class. Let's let a day pass. Let's get to the 22nd. Cruiser Warfare Advance. Cool. Now we need to address this here. Let's start with our light carrier first. The Kaziari class, we're doing 3. And 4 light cruisers. The Katori class, so a little bit more modern. You can see with like the cruiser, you're kind of like behind the times in some stuff and advanced in others. Interesting. On that note, let's look at the light cruiser or light carrier again. Here, CAG is so far behind the times. Not terrible bad actually for this time of year, I would say. I would love to be a little bit higher tech. All right, now our regular carrier is still a Shikaku class. I could swear I built some Shikaku class carriers already. That's weird. All right, 2 of those. But you can see their names. Yeah. And 5 light cruisers. I mean, I think I've got a Shikaku built already, don't I? Yes, Shikaku and Sukaku. But it's a Hiryu class. Okay, that's interesting. So how would I roleplay this, Tom? I have a Shikaku class I just learned. I guess I could say that I built the Shikaku off of an older style, and through its sea trials, that's when we came up with some of the advances that the new Shikaku class carrier is going to present. Yeah, that's what I mean. All right, let me save the game. Thank you guys for watching. And we are getting so much more closer to where we need to be. Oh, I got liners. I need to actually, before I forget, cool. I have some South Pack stuff that needs to go down there. Come on. I know we got it. There we go. I want to get that taken care of before I forget about it. If I end the game here and totally slips mine. Oh, I guess that's it. Those are only 2 South Pack. The Fleet Command and the Naval Base. All right. All right. Sending them on down to truck. Just again, because we already have land and air, we don't have naval down here. And again, this is for role-playing purposes, really nothing else more than that. All right, let me save, overwrite, sure. There we go. So when we come back, we'll have a few more, move a few more units, get them going to where they need to be, and we'll press forward up to December 7th in next episode, maybe even launch the war. We will see. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you next episode.